So we all know evil people exist in this world, and this is another one of them. Move myself over a little bit. This is another one of them. This guy, Arizona man stuffed 183 animals in freezer, some alive. An Arizona man faces animal cruelty charges after 103 dead dogs, rabbits, birds, and other animals were found in the freezer, including some that were apparently frozen while alive, officials say. Mohave County deputies and animal control officers found the animals in a garage freezer April 3rd after a woman reported that Michael Patrick Turland, 43, hadn't returned snakes she had lent him for breeding. The sheriff's office said in a Thursday statement, or a Thursday in a statement. I thought it said the Thursday statement. The freezer was at a home that Turland previously rented in Golden Valley, a rural community in far western Arizona. The frozen animals included dogs, turtles, lizards, birds, snakes, mice, rats, and rabbits, the statement said. Several of the animals appear to have been frozen alive due to their body positioning. The sheriff's office said that they were kept in a large-sized chest freezer. So, like, one of those, like, those really wide, deep freezers, people sometimes have in their garage or something. They don't have enough space in the freezer. They'll usually go out wanting to get those large chest freezers. They're pretty big. I know my friend had one when her parents were still living at their house. There was one when I was living in Texas. We did the same thing, garage. But yeah, if you have seen one or have one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The homeowners reportedly discovered the frozen animals while cleaning after Turland and his wife vacated the property. The owner then contacted the woman who notified the sheriff's office. The statement said Turland was arrested at the home Wednesday when deputies were told he hadn't returned to the property, the office said. When interviewed, Turland eventually admitted to placing some of the animals in the freezer while they were still alive, the statement said. Court records didn't list an attorney who could comment on behalf of Turland, who was arrested on 94 counts of animal cruelty. And animal cruelty has become, it's like up to 4 years in prison. So if there's 94 counts, he's going to be going away, away for a while, simply because he wanted to be a fucking ass and freeze animals. Now, if it was up to me, I would do exactly what he did to those animals. I would place him in a fucking freezer, strip him down, completely helpless like those animals, and I would put his stupid ass in a fucking freezer. Let him chill out for a little while. Almost like in the Saw movie, the woman was like, she was chained up and she was it was in a huge freezer and she was getting blasted with water. And eventually it just came to the point where it just like encased her in ice. Something similar to that. Because I believe people like this deserve no mercy. They deserve no compassion. They deserve no sympathy. They deserve nothing like that. They are just evil. And as we saw with the parent who left their daughter in the house to burn, some people are just born evil. It starts with animals, but some people like the fact that animals are helpless, because this guy is too much of a fucking pussy to go out and try that with a fucking human being. So he continues to do it with things that can't defend themselves, with things that are helpless. Now you can say, oh, well, they have teeth, they have this. Yeah, a little fucking turtle is really going to do a lot, right? I mean, think about what dogs, turtles, lizards, birds, snakes, mice, rabbits. Oh yeah. the most they can do is bite him once before he bashes them or sticks them in the freezer. So, oh yeah, major damage. So this is a stupid fucking pussy who hasn't, gone beyond the animals because he knows he would get his fucking ass whooped if he tried to do this shit to anyone else. Most people, after animals, they gradually go to, like, children or women because they think women are helpless. But no, this little fucking pussy bitch is like, well, I'm just gonna stick with animals because they can't defend themselves. But I would love if he got shoved in a fucking freezer. Not to death. I'm not saying I want him dead. I'm just saying I think he deserves the same treatment he put those animals through. And if we can add a little bit of that Saw action in there with him constantly being sprayed with water, that would be delicious. Because this guy deserves no sympathy or compassion. Because do you really think he was showing sympathy and compassion when he was forcing those animals into a freezer? Exactly. So, 94 counts. Actually, let me look up the actual... Because I know my mom made a big deal about it because she was happy about it. She said, oh yeah, Trump just signed into law about animal cruelty, and that it's now punishable with real jail time. But I think I don't remember. I think it's like up to 4 years. Let me check. All right, now I don't know how recent this is, but all right. So we have Arizona right here. Animal cruelty is defined as intentionally knowing or recklessly subjects any animals to cruel or neglect or abandonment, failing to provide necessary medical attention to prevent protracted suffering, causes unnecessary physical injury, kills animals without the legal privilege or consent to the owner. Class A misdemeanor, punishable up to $2,500 and/or imprisonment for 6 months, or it can be both. Intentionally subjecting an animal to cruel neglect, mistreatment, or killing or harming a service animal is a Class 6 felony. So just if these are older ones, because I think, like I said, I think it's like up to 4 years now or something like that. But 6 months, and there's... How many did he say? How many? 94? Where was it? 183 dead animals. Okay, yeah, 94 counts. So, let's see, calculator. So it'll be what, 94 times 6? 94 times 6. 564 months. That's a good amount. Or, hang on. Okay, so I just did the conversion because I couldn't think of it off the top of my head. It's like 47 years. Well deserved. Like I said, I don't know what the law... I mean, I know it's different in each state, but yeah, 94 counts, assuming it is just like 6 months. I mean, I seriously doubt... What was it? It was like $2,500, right? $2,500 for 6 months. So let's see, 25... Right, 25. It was 2,500, right? Times 94. Yeah, I don't think he has that kind of money. So I'm going to assume because he doesn't have that money, he'd be doing jail time. Because he wouldn't be able to pay that shit. But having so many of them, I think the court would be like, yeah, this guy, he's clearly, if he gets out, he's probably just going to do it again. You know, because it's people like that don't fucking change. They don't. So now, obviously, I'm not a fucking lawyer. I don't know 40 years is actually what would happen. But given that it's 94 counts, and we just saw, at least, I don't know how, like I said, how recent, but it said $2,500 fine, you know, per count, really, or 6 months for, you know, a count of animal cruelty. Since he's got 94 of them, 40 years or so, and he's, what, 43? So he'd get out when he's in his 80s. But like I said, I think he needs to be subjected to exactly what he did to the animals. He needs to be put into a freezer and just left there. Like I said, little saw action there with the water. You know, not enough to turn him into a fucking icicle, but just enough for him to understand what the animals were going through when he shoved them into a fucking freezer. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, evil exists and people need to understand that. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.